So today we're going to start solving one-step equations. That means there's one thing to solve. Now in the future, you'll have ones that have more than one thing to solve, but in 6th grade, we only solve them with one step. So we'll start off with adding and subtracting. That's what we're going to do today. Then tomorrow we'll move on to multiplying, and we'll do some others after that. So today we're just going to solve some simple adding and subtracting equations. Now, before we start, there's a couple of words that you need to know, and you just highlighted this in blue. So the big one that you're going to hear me say is opposite operations. Opposite operations means simply do the opposite. So for instance, if the problem involves adding, you're going to do the opposite of adding, which is subtracting. Okay? If the problem involves multiplication, you're going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. Okay? So that's really important. You may also see someone use this word, inverse operations. I would highlight that because I'm not going to say it maybe more than once because I'll probably forget. But you may see that somewhere where someone is going to use the term inverse operation. It means the exact same thing. Opposite, inverse, those two things mean the same in this context, okay? So, opposite operations or inverse operations, doing the opposite of adding and subtracting, multiplying is dividing, etc. Okay? So that's your vocabulary that you need to know. Now the next thing are a few how-to steps. So you may not understand, as a matter of fact, you probably won't understand everything that I'm going to tell you right now, but you will in a minute. But just know that you have this bit of information. It's very important. Okay, so in order to solve them, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to box the x. What that means is you're going to draw a box around the x and whatever is on the same side of the equal sign with it. Okay, then whatever operation it is, you're going to do the opposite. That's what we just talked about, opposite operations or inverse operations. You're going to line up the equal sign because it always is going to stay in the same place. That will help you stay organized. Your goal is going to be to solve for x. Your goal is to find out what x equals. It's not necessarily what the equation equals, it's what does x equal. Okay? In order to do that, you're going to reach this goal that's the next step, which is to get the x by itself. The way to solve for it is to get it alone on one side of the equal sign. Then whatever's on the other side is what it's equal to. Okay? And then another important rule to keep in mind is whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other side. Okay? So these are just a few things to keep in mind as we're working. And we'll refer back to these in a little while. But these are the things that you need to know. Are there any questions before? All right, so this one is already solved for you inside of that little foldable. So please look up here. Don't just refer to what's in there because you can't see what I did to get there. Okay, so first of all, the first thing said that we were going to box the x. That means we're going to draw a box around the x and whatever is on the same side of the equal sign with it. So that's going to mean we're going to put a box around x plus 10. I'll explain to you why in just a second. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to line up the equal sign. That will help you stay in order. So to line up the equal sign, you're simply going to draw two lines down like that. That just means you're going to keep the equal sign one underneath the other. Okay? Now, I said that we were going to use opposite operations. So this is what we're looking at. We have x plus 10. Oh, by the way, what's the answer to this right here? 10. 10, right? Okay. So here's the thing. I know that you can tell me what answer goes right here. But remember, I'm teaching you a process. So if you just write down 10, I'm going to not take it. Because you need to know the process to get there. So when they become harder, you can still solve them. Okay? So we have x plus 10. So the opposite of adding 10 is what? Subtracting 10. So we're going to subtract 10 here. Because remember, our goal is to get the x all by itself. So I'm going to subtract 10 right there. Now, whatever I do to one side of the equal sign, this goes back to your question, I'm going to have to do to the other. So I subtracted 10 from one side, I'm going to have to subtract 10 from the other side. Okay? Okay? Now, so I used opposite operations to get subtract 10. Now I'm subtracting 10 from here, but I can't just subtract it from one side because they're equal. So I have to subtract it from that side. So what I have over here is x plus 10. If I take away 10 from 10, what do I have left? 0. So I'm going to bring down the x because I didn't do anything to it. Plus 0 because 10 take away 10 is 0. And let's do what's on the other side. 20 take away 10 is 10. So now what we have is x plus 0 equals 10. Now, I'm just going to tell you, this is the only time I'm ever going to write that plus 0. Because you know that whatever we did right here was to get rid of that. So those two are going to cross each other out. So in the future, I want you to see that how it works. But in the future, this is what I'm going to do. And what I want you to do. Cross that out. Oh, that's not a line. Hold on. Cross that out. Is that confusing? There you go. Cross that out because that equals 0. So now what we have left is x equals 10. And we said that's what it was going to be, right? We knew that was the answer. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Okay? Hold your thoughts. The last thing, just make sure you circle your answer. X equals 10. Now we can always check these by plugging the number back in. So we had x plus 10 equals 20. If we put in our answer, which was plug in like we did before, put in our 10 plus 10, does that equal 20? Yes, it does. So we know we got it right. Okay, let's do these together, okay? We're going to do a couple of these together. So let's look at the first one. We have y minus 16 equals 12. Okay, who remembers what our first step was? Box the x. Do it. Box the x on your paper, which is a y in this case. You're right. Box the x. The next step was to bring down the equal sign. Okay, what was the next step?
Change do the opposite.
Do the opposite. Good. We're not changing anything, but we are doing the opposite. So this is y minus 16. So instead of subtracting 16, we are going to add 16. Add 16. And whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So we're going to add 16 right here. Okay? Now, right here is where a few people become concerned because you've always been told you can't have the subtraction above. But it's going to change a little bit as we start to talk more about negative numbers. So just understand that if you took away $16 and you added back $16, you're at 0. You're at the same place you started. So don't be concerned because that minus is above the plus. Just if it doesn't make sense to you, just go with it and it will eventually make sense to you. Okay? So if we take away 16, we add 16 back, we get 0. So that goes away. What's left on this side is y equals, and what's 12 plus 16? 28.
Oh.
Y equals 28. Okay, now let's check it and make sure it works. So where y is, we're going to put in 28. You don't have to write this part. 28 minus 16, right? Because where the y is, I'm putting in the 28. 28 minus 16 equals 12. Is that a true statement? 28, take away 16, do you get 12?
Yeah.
So we know we did it right. Our answer is y equals 12. Okay, so on the next one, we're going to box the x. So don't be bothered by the fact that the x is on the right-hand side this time. It doesn't matter. Doesn't affect it. Okay, line up your equal sign. Then what are we going to do? Are we going to add or subtract? Subtract. Because this number is plus 636, so we're going to have to do the opposite of that, which is minus 36. And whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. Okay? All right, so let's start over here. 48 minus 36, what is that? 12 equals, x is left over there, but that is gone. I could put plus 0, but there's no point in that. So 12 equals x. If we plugged it in, 48 equals 12 plus 36. Is that true? Yes, it is. So we know we did it correctly. See, that's the great thing about algebra. You can always check your answer. All right, go ahead and solve this one. Don't be bothered by the fact that it's a decimal. Solve it the exact same way you just did. Follow the exact same steps. What was your first step? Box the X. Okay, so this is what you boxed. This is what it should look like. Check and make sure yours looks like mine, okay? Bring down the equal sign. Okay, are we going to add or subtract? Subtract. What are we going to subtract? Okay, you said it. Good. 0.5. Okay, hold on. 0.5. We're going to subtract from each side. Make sure you line it up. One of the best things you can do for yourself is keep it nice and orderly, looking like this instead of scribbly. Okay? That goes away. We have X left on that side. And now we just have our math part over here. 8.9 minus 0.5. What is that? 8.4. Very good. 8.4. Make sure you line up your decimals. So 8.4 equals 8. X.